In light of everything that's going on in the world, I just want to share my truth and share how I feel. God did right by getting me accepted into a HBCU, because going to a HBCU has taught me more about being black and more about loving myself with being black, being of a darker complexion in the African American community. My whole entire life, I've been through multiple different schooling opportunities. I was even immersed in a school that was almost, I think it was like predominantly white at one point. I had so many, I had family members that were of lighter complexion, and I always felt like, and these people were close in age bracket, and I always felt like that they were more prettier than me, they were more smarter than me. I was always compared to them by my mother, who was of the same color as them. In my whole entire life, I felt like in order for me to be a better me, a better person, I needed to be a lighter complexion. I had to be lighter, I had to be closer to white to be right. But as my time spent at HBCU, I've learned that my melanin is beautiful. My black is beautiful. Being black is amazing. But I, and now at 23, I can say, or I been can say that I love being black. I am a black woman. For so many years, before coming to a HBCU, I literally had moments that I attempted to bleach my skin. It was a stupid way of bleaching my skin. I would usually take bleach baths in hopes that it will remove the melanin from my skin so that I can be of lighter complexion so more people will like me. But over the years, I've learned to love myself. In the black community, we have people like me who struggle with this day in and day out, that are scared that because of their skin color they will be judged without even being without anybody getting a chance to know us. When I get pulled over by the police officers, I am scared shitless for my life that something will happen to me. Whenever my brother or my friends or family members go out, I'm always afraid. I pray before I go on long trips to different places that I've never been, especially since I drive everywhere because I don't fly on planes. It's so terrifying. And to be of a black woman who knows that I know that when I do procreate life, that my child will inevitably be of my color or possibly darker, and that I will have to one day have the sit down conversation with my child and let them know about what goes on in the world if things do not change. As a black person, as a black mother or a black father, we have to sit down and talk to our children and let them know that they can't be out past street lights. Come on. And with more cases that come out, you can't go out with a hoodie on. Make sure you comply with the police officers. Make sure you do this, make sure you do that. There's a lot of shit that we have to tell our kids. We shouldn't have to sit here and have these the conversation should have been stopped a long time ago of having these with kids. Like, it should be. It shouldn't be that we have to be scared for our children, be scared for ourselves, be scared in general. Because once a person goes through that police academy and becomes a police officer, they're able to do what they want to do because they're police. No. What we're fighting for right now is for better days. For a chance for us to feel safe and secure in a land that we helped, or a land that we built ourselves. I should feel safe to go out anywhere. I should feel safe with my brothers and sisters to go anywhere. We should feel safe in this planet, on this earth, but we're not. We do not feel safe. Throughout this whole, my thing is throughout the whole time that we've been in quarantine and y'all have not seen too many people on the streets, that shouldn't have been your time to reevaluate your police department. Reevaluate the people that you have on your squad. To reevaluate who you hire. Take them through a different type of training of how to handle situations. If it's only one African American, one person that you're pulling over, you don't need multiple cars, multiple cops pulling someone over. I've seen it countless of times when people get pulled over. It's like it'll be one car being pulled over by 2 or 3 police cars. Why? What is the purpose? I can see maybe 2 cops, one to like check the car, go around the car and make sure everything checks and everything's clear, and the other cop to get the information from the person. But 9 times out of 10, even 2 is enough. It's too many. 1 is enough. And if you feel threatened, just call one person. Be one person. That's it. You don't need 4, 5, 6, 7 people for one person. And when the white people do the same thing we do, but for other reasons, by sports or just even in the same year time span, they were out riding with guns because of the coronavirus, and that they wanted to be able to go to work and go get their nails done and get their hair done, and they were just protesting because they wanted to be out of quarantine. But we're protesting because of a life, because of multiple lives, not just one, but all the lives that's been taken, all the ones that have not been accounted for in the media. Like, this is sad. We're in 2020, and this is a whole nother decade, and we still doing this. It's still going on. When before 2020 came in, I was like, 2020 is the vision. 2020 is the year. But I feel like 2020 vision is the vision that we see who see people for who they are and what they stand for. 2020 is a change. 2020, I know we're saying we want to cancel 2020, but no, 2020 is the change. We need change. We need it. My future children need change. My future children need change. My future great-grandchildren need change. My future great-great-grandchildren need change. This should not go on any longer at all. We need change. Change is all we're asking for. We try to be peaceful. We tried the peaceful route. Y'all laughed at us. Y'all didn't take us serious. Now we're doing it this way, and now we're thugs and we're hoodlums and we're all that. At this point, what more do you want from us? Tell me, what more do you want from us? We done did it every other way. This is the only way we see that it's making a change. A change has to come. A change has to come. Because this racism-ish is not born in. You're not born racist. You're taught to be that way. Your parents taught you that way. Their parents taught them that way. And so forth. Until you break the cycle of racism and actually learn to love one another and actually learn to know that when you were born and that when everyone is born, we're born with the same blood. We bleed the same blood. We're all the same person, just with different skin tones. God made all of us. We're all brothers and sisters. We all should be treated as equal. Until that happens, until you understand that we are all equal, we're going to continue to do what we're doing, okay? So be prepared. We're going to continue to fight. We're going to continue to protest. We're going to continue fighting for what is right. Because what you're doing is not right. It really shouldn't be a Black Lives Matter. It really shouldn't. We all should be equal, but we're not. So that's why we're saying Black Lives Matter. And I don't want to hear nobody say, oh, it's not Black Lives Matter when y'all fighting each other. We're not talking about that. That's a whole nother topic that we're dealing with in our own community as we speak. But right now we're talking about you. You who killed us. You who did all this to us. We're talking about you. Don't put it in we already been dealing with this in our community. We don't want to deal with this from you. Learn and do better. And I'm done.